lob it to Ryan Perez in the paint off a couple of screens.
Esquivel to Garcia. Off the deflection. Los Fresnos comes back and wins. Now Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
There's Warner. Here comes a headed jam. Counted for two.
Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off.
And it's saved.
What a game. Smack to the left. That is gone.
Lob for Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Count it. And a win. And a win. Ryan Perez wins the game for the Santa Rosa Warriors, and they go nuts. And why not?
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are into the starting lineups here. We're at Cabinets Field, and we have a Class 3A bi-district softball game between the London Pirates and the Odem Owls. And leading off for London is going to be we're going to have a roster here, so for London, I didn't get their lineup. It's going to be Kaylee De Leon, number 7, number 6, Sarah Elizondo, number 4, Nora Garcia, number 22, Courtney Llewellyn, number 19, Katie McBride, number 3, Madeline Pettis, number 13, Olivia Pettis, number 20, Parker Roden, number 5, Michaela Richards, number 10, Lawrence Sahadi, number 8, Michaela Salinas, number 15, Vanessa Sanchez, and number 11, Alexia Stomel for the London Pirates. And the Odem Owls, Nicole Ortiz, Allison Ortiz, and we're going to have the national anthem, and we'll come back with the rest of the starting lineup for Odem.
The United States flag is a symbol of our great country, and accordingly, all of us should honor that symbol by standing, placing our right hands over our hearts, and gentlemen should remove your hands. Remember, silence is a form of respect, and everyone should remain standing until the national anthem is played.
That's going to go over the starting lineup for the Odem, the Lady Owls. Batting first is going to be Nicole Ortiz. Batting second, Allison Ortiz. Batting third, Arabella Garza. Batting fourth, Maddie Vela. And batting fifth is going to be Mia Gonzalez. Batting sixth, Jenna Chapa. Batting seventh, it's going to be Paz Moreno. Batting eighth is going to be Zoe Garcia. And batting ninth is going to be Clarissa Marroquin, and that's going to be the Odem Lady Owls. And they will be facing in the circle. Number 5 is going to be Michaela Richards for London, getting to start at pitcher. And we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with the first pitch right after this. This is Real Sports Live. Keep it here.
Hi, I'm Rod Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I helped to manage that process from day one, If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna get things going here. And leading off is going to be Nicole Ortiz for the Lady Owls. As we mentioned before, Michaela Richards in the circle for the London Lady Pirates.
Leading off for the Owls, number 1, Nicole Ortiz.
So Nicole Ortiz coming to the plate to lead things off here in the second half of our doubleheader. Saw an 18-0 victory for Carroll over Roma on the 29-5-8 by district round. And they took a 1-0 lead. A 5-inning no-hitter, perfect game from Vanessa Quiroga. Lead the way there. So more on that later. Check out our players of the game afterwards as this pitch comes in for strike number 1. Call 1-1 here for Nicole Ortiz against the pitcher from London, Michaela Richards. London wearing their black uniforms with maroon lettering, and Odem in their blue. This pitch comes in for ball number 2. 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Had a lot of softball around the area and in the Rio Grande Valley. And this is going to be a leadoff shot in the left center. It's going to be a stand-up double to lead things off here for Ortiz. So we're going to put a runner on. Ortiz got all of that one, and she hits it into left center field. It's an absolute shot over there. So we're going to put a runner at second after the leadoff double as Allison Ortiz going to step to the plate. With one on and nobody out here. And here's a bunt laid down, and there's the play made, a bouncing throw, and the error, and a run's going to score. So runner hit an error to get things going here. And it's a 1-0 lead here for Odem as Ortiz lays down the bunt and the London infield can't get the out. As a runner comes across, and that's going to be Nicole Ortiz coming home. So nobody out here, and Arabella Garza to the plate. This first pitch comes in outside for ball number 1. So good start here if you're Odem, and the London defense a little shaky here at the start. And this pitch in that inside corner going to be called strike number 1. And Garza gonna foul this one off into the netting behind her. Count gonna go 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Arabella Garza starting off. So looking in at one of the 29-5A games down in the Valley, Corpus Christi Ray with a 6-1 lead on Rio Grande City. Corpus Christi Ray, the 4th seed out of 29. And this pitch comes in the dirt, or the turf rather. The runner's going to be able to come across and get on second. So the 2-2 pitch now on the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And this one's going to get fouled off, and the count's going to stay 2-2. This one fouled off once again. The count 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes for Garza. Fouling off a couple in there battling with a runner at second and nobody out here in the top of the first inning. Here's a 2-2 pitch on the way, and Garza's gonna pop this one out and into the Odem faithful once again. A lot of blue shirts coming out here. This Odem pack traveling well here at Cabinets Field. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch on the way. And this one going to be popped up into left field for out number 1. So 1 down now after the fly out, runner on second. And here comes to the plate number 12, Madison Vela. After the Garza fly out to left here. And this one popped up high, and the catcher trying to come over to make the play. Does a good job, makes the effort, but unable to come up with it as it's right on the edge there of that netting. And let's take a look at it here. This one gets popped up. You see the catcher trying to get into that corner. Almost does. It looks like if she gets turned around in time, might have a better chance of making that play. But solid effort nonetheless. So count 0-1 after that ball went going foul. And this pitch comes in a little low for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And I want to thank everybody joining in, whoever you're watching us, whether it be on Facebook, Twitter, or on YouTube. Make sure to give the video a like, a share, and let your friends know. If people are looking for this game, let them know it's here on Real Sports Live. Watch it now, watch it later. Doing these games, I want to appreciate the sponsors, both London and Odem, making this game possible. These games need funding. Playoff games need funding as we obtain the rights from the University Interscholastic League for every game. Rights that we have to purchase at a company, so we really appreciate those sponsorships whenever they come in for these games. As this pitch comes in, a swing there, and this one going to be 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes here, 1 down, and a runner on second in the top of the first inning. 1-2 pitch on the way, and Vela gets a piece of it, and the second baseman can't get turned around, and that's going to be a single for her here. So runners now at first and third. It looks like the second baseman just kind of lost it here. Gets popped up. And the second baseman can't get to it in time. So runners at the corners now, and number 13 going to be Maya Gonzalez. So the count 1-0 here for Mia Gonzalez. Fifth batter coming up to the plate here in the top of the first inning. And Odem with runners now at second and third. This ball comes in low. For ball number 2. The count now 2-0. And Gonzalez head of the count here, trying to bring 1, possibly 2 runs in. Here's the pitch, 2-0, coming in low in the turf once again, and it's going to be a ball number 3. So the count now at 3-0 for Gonzalez. There's rough sledding so far for this London team. Here's a 3-0 pitch coming up. This one comes in outside on that edge for strike number 1. So the count 3-1. This one comes in outside, and that's going to be a walk and bases loaded for Odem. And here comes Jenna Chapa. Number 6 for Odem, and the 6th batter in the lineup. And this pitch comes in, called strike number 1, and Chapa steps to the plate with 1 out, bases loaded. So golden opportunity for Chapa here. And this pitch comes in a little outside, a little high for ball number 1. So the count now even. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitcher. This one going to be fouled off by Chapa into the netting behind her. And looking back in at Corpus Christi Ray at Rio Grande City, Ray with an 11-1 lead on the Lady Rattlers down in Rio Grande City. So here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. High, swinging for strike number 3. And the second out of the inning. 2 down, bases loaded. And here comes Desiree Moreno. First pitch coming in outside. This one coming in for strike number one, evens the count out. 1 ball, 1 strike. So bases loaded here for Moreno. And London trying to get out of this inning. They've allowed a run to score. There was an error, but if they can get out of this inning with bases loaded, consider it a win for them. As this ball comes in with a swing and a miss from Moreno for strike number 2. Count moves to 1-2 now. And Michaela Richards trying to pitch her way out of this. And this pitch comes in low. 2-2 the count. In the Valley, Cal Allen defeated La Feria 19-0 in 5 innings. And over in Robstown, and a swing and a miss here, and strike number 3. So big standing up for London here. Let's go to that last pitch to get out of the inning. It's going to be her caught looking there. So 1 run comes in on 2 hits. There was an error, and there was 3 left on base for London in the top of the first inning. For Odem in the top of the first inning. London Pirates coming to the bat in the bottom of the first. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
At South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the first inning. And London coming to the plate. Odem leaving 3 runners stranded there in the top of the first. They were able to get an early run coming in on an error. And they got a couple of hits there, but London able to get out of that inning. 3 left stranded for Odem.
Leading off for the Pirates, number 20, Parker Roden.
And coming to the plate for London is going to be Parker Roden to lead things off. And this pitch comes in, called strike number 1. And Ivela in the circle for Odem. And Roden up to the second baseman, who can't glove it there as it gets by her for a leadoff single. So a good start here for London as they try to answer.
Number 22, Corley Llewellyn.
And here comes number 22, Corley Llewellyn. One on, nobody out. First pitch comes in, strike one. So Robstown sneaking past Port Isabel 5-4 in a one-game playoff earlier today. They'll be moving on. You can see that, catch that action on our Facebook page for those interested as this pitch gets fouled off. 0-2 the count here for Llewellyn. This pitch inside, going to be hit by a pitch. And a free base here, so runners now on first and second, giving up a leadoff single and a hit by pitch. And coming to the plate, number 11, Alexia Stomall. So Stomall to the plate. 2 on, nobody out here, and she's going to smack one right over to the third baseman. And there's the throw, goes over. So there's, what a shot there to the third baseman. But the error is going to allow him to move over at the second and third. Just what a shot there to the third baseman. And the throw just going over, and it's going to allow the runners to move now. And here comes Michaela Salinas to the plate, and the runners now. That first pitch comes in, ball one. Michaela Salinas now, runners at second and third, 1 out. The count 1-0, and swing and a miss. This one a little outside. For strike number 1, now count even. One's across the board, one ball, 1 strike, 1 out. This pitch a little bit low here into the outside for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And Salinas gonna smack it right between third and short. And it's gonna be a 2 RBI single for her. And London now leads.
That's the plate number 19, Katie McBride.
Here comes Katie McBride to the plate, but let's go to the replay. And just puts it on the turf, and it just rolls with velocity into left field, bringing in a couple of runners there. So the score now, two to 1. This one over to the shortstop, and that's going to be a first on an error. So runners now on first and second, one out here, and a couple of errors and a couple of hits, and London on top now, 2-1.
Now, so play number 5, Michaela Richards.
Here comes to the plate, Michaela Richards. Richards to the plate, 2 on, 1 down, and Richards gonna pop this one up, and the first baseman nearly got under it, and she just couldn't glove that one. And she got pretty close there as the count moves to 0-1. See as Richards makes contact, and that one a little inside on the bat. Richards makes contact there, and the count moves to 0-2. And Richards makes contact again, and this one going to be fouled off over to the visiting dugout. Count going to stay 0-2. There's the 0-2 pitch. This one smacked over to the second baseman. There's the throw in time for the 4-3 ground out, and the runner's going to move over to second and third. So 2 down, and runners at second and third, and coming to the plate now is going to be number 4, Nora Garcia.
Next to play number 4, Nora Garza.
So Garcia comes in, 2 down, first pitch in is a ball, so 1-0, 2 balls, 2 on and 2 out here. Count 1-0, here's the pitch, swing and a miss for Garcia for strike number 1. I apologize, had the score wrong a moment ago, right as London came in and brought those runs in, but all correct now. London leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 RBI single by Michaela Salinas. The difference there as this pitch comes in, 4-2. 2 balls, 1 strike here. And this pitch high in that outside corner for strike number 2. And this pitch comes in outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And this is going to be a base hit and an RBI single. 2 RBI single for Garcia. And call it 4-1.
Number 3, Matty Pettis.
And on the throw, Garcia able to come around. And let's look at the replay as Matty Pettis comes to the plate. And just a nice shot by Garcia right out of the glove length of the second baseman, able to bring in 2 runs. So 4-1 now for London. 4 runs coming in this bottom of the first inning. This first pitch for Matty Pettis. 1 ball, no strikes. This pitch outside, 4 ball number 2. Three and 0. This pitch coming in outside. Strike number 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. And this one outside, and it's going to be a walk. And runners at first and second now for the London Pirates.
The fielder, number 10, Lauren Sahadi.
And here comes to the plate, Lauren Sahadi. And Sahadi, a little shallow hit, and she's going to beat out the throw to load the bases. Bases loaded now with 2 outs, and see that replay. Just nicely played there by Sahadi, able to lay down shallow, and we're back to the top of the lineup. As Roden comes to the plate, and let's look at Sahadi. Just makes contact there, and pitcher has to come get it. Makes the throw, but not in time. So 2 down, bases loaded for London. And this first pitch comes in for strike number 1. So Roden 1 for 1 with the leadoff single. Roden over to the shortstop, who's going to make the throw for the out. And a 6-3 ground out to end the inning. 3 left on. But they score 4 runs on 4 hits. There was 2 errors, and there was 3 left on base for London in the bottom of the first. We're through 1, and we're headed to the second inning. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
So leading off is going to be Zoe Garcia for Odem. And Garcia is going to foul this first pitch off for strike number one. So last time at the plate, Odem left 3 runners stranded, but so did London in the bottom of the first. Michaela Richards in the top of the first inning faced bases loaded and struck out the last 2 batters to get out of the inning, allowing 1 run on 2 hits. There was an error charged, and they left 3 on in the top of the first inning as this next pitch comes in. Called ball 1, and the count even for Zoe Garcia. So they count 1-1 here for Zoe Garcia. A little stoppage of play there. I believe there was a photographer just a little too much out of the dugout for the Blues' liking. So 1-1. The count is this one going to be fouled off for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Zoe Garcia. And this one going to be popped up and into the netting. The count going to stay 1-2. So count 1-2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss, and strike number 3, and down goes Garcia. 3 straight strikeouts now for Michaela Richards in the circle. And coming to the plate is going to be number 25, Clarissa Marroquin. So 1 down here in the top of the second inning. This pitch in down the middle for strike number 1. And Richards starting to find her form. And this pitch on that outside corner for strike number 2 as Richard delivers a couple of strikes here on the first 2 pitches. And looking in on the Corpus Christi Rio Grande City game for those of you in the Coastal Bend interested in that one, it's Ray up 15-3 in the bottom of the 7th with 1 out. And this one put into play by Marroquin, and Richards is going to make the play for the second out of the inning. 2 down. And coming up is top of the lineup is going to be Nicole Ortiz. Two down, nobody on here for Ortiz. And Ortiz is going to foul this one off and back. So the count now 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. This one fouled off by Ortiz. Bring the count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch on the way outside for ball number 3. Full count now. Three-two pitch on the way. This one inside and caught looking is Ortiz. And that's going to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. A couple of strikeouts for Michaela Richards in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're through 1.5, and London Pirates due up, and due up is going to be 2, 3, 4, Llewellyn, Stonewall, and Salinas. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back right after this.
In Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At a piece of cake by Ibarra's, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is a piece of cake by Ibarra's in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Hi, my name is Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation,
and a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the second inning we're in. I believe we had it wrong here on our scoreboard, but it is the bottom of the second inning. The London Pirates up to bat here. London Pirates, the home team. So bottom of the inning. They are up to bat. Odem in the top of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. And here we kick things off with Corley Llewellyn. This first pitch comes in, strike number 1. Llewellyn swinging a miss here for strike number 2. And this pitch is going to be strike number 3 as it comes in inside on that low inside corner. As Llewellyn goes down looking. And one down here in the bottom of the second. And coming to the plate, it's going to be Alexia Stomo. And Stomo right up the middle and hits the pitcher, and the pitcher trying to make the throw and can't. That's going to be a recorded hit. So one runner is going to reach there and able to beat it out. I don't know if the throw was online, if she was going to be able to get there. Hit the pitcher there. The pitcher hustled really good, and that was really, really close. So here comes Salinas now. And Salinas with the 2 RBI single on the last time she was up. Hits this one up the middle, and it's going to be a ground out here. For out number 2, and Stomo is going to move over to second. So 2 down, and up to the plate is going to be Katie McBride. McBride reached on an error last time she was at the plate. And with that ground out, Salinas is 1 for 2 with 2 RBI. So 2 down, runner at second. This pitch comes in for a called strike. Count 0-1. This one a little inside high for ball number 1. So the count even here for McBride. Runner at second, 2 out. Bottom of the second inning. This pitch a little outside and low. And count now 2-1, 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Nice little change up there. Going to come in for a strike. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuce is wild with a runner on second. And here's the 2-2 pitch. This one inside on that corner for strike number 3. And McBride is going to go down looking. And a couple of strikeouts here for Vela. No runs on one hit. There was no errors. And one left on for the Owls in the bottom of the second. And due up for Odem is going to be Ortiz Garza. Vela, 2-3-4 due up for Odem in the top of the third inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live, and we'll be back right after this.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Hi, I'm Rodo Rodriguez, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the third inning here. Allison Ortiz to lead off for the Lady Owls. Reached on an error at first last time up. This is her second appearance on the night. And Michaela Richards for London has struck out 4 of her last 5 batters faced. And this first pitch comes in for ball number 1. And for those interested, Ray defeating Rio Grande City in game 1 of that series, 15-3. And this one, high swing and a miss for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this pitch, off speed there, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's swing and a miss. One-two pitch on the way. This one low and outside. Ball 2. Count even now at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Allison Ortiz. Leadoff batter here in the top of the third for Lady Owls. And 2-2 pitch on the way, and Ortiz is going to get a piece of it, and it's going to be a fly out as the center fielder comes up to make the play for out number 1. Not the easiest of plays to make when you got to come across the field like that and with the lights on. And here comes Garza to the plate. 0 for 1 with the fly out. And we're going to take a look here at Ortiz as she flies out there to the center fielder. So 1 down here in the top of the third inning, and here comes Garza. 0 for 1 with a fly out. And this pitch in the turf comes in for ball number 1. And Garza belts that one. Out of play, 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one smacked right over to the shortstop, who makes the play for the 6-3 putout. 2 down.
Number 12, pitcher, Matty Vela.
And coming to the plate is going to be Madison Vela. Vela 1 for 1 with a single in the top of the first. So this pitch way low there into the turf for ball number 1. 2 down, nobody on here. We are in the top of the 3rd inning, this Class 3A by district matchup. And this pitch on the way in for ball number 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And just recapping a little bit, Carroll defeating Roma handily 18-0 in a 5-inning game. Cal Allen defeating La Feria down in the Valley. They're up 1 game. Both those teams, Carroll and Cal Allen, up 1-0 in their respective series. Robstown defeats Port Isabel in a 1-game playoff. This pitch comes in high and outside, getting that outside corner for strike number 1. And Ray defeats Rio Grande City in game 1 of that series. I believe game 2 is scheduled to be here tomorrow at Cabinets Field if weather permits. And as we mentioned before, a lot of weather expected coming this way. So stay tuned for possible changes here as this one hit over to the 3rd baseman, who's going to make the throw. A little high, but first baseman able to haul it in and make the tag. So 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base in the top of the 3rd inning. And London due up here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Up is going to be Richards, Garcia, Bettis due up for London. 6, 7, 8 due up for Lady Pirates in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be back. This is Real Sports Live.
Vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, bottom of the 3rd inning, leading things off here for London is going to be the catcher, Michaela Richards. Richards 0 for 1, ground out 4-3. Her last visit to the plate in the bottom of the 1st inning. An inning where London able to put in 4 runs. 4 hits, aided by a couple of errors, but they also left 3 on base. They've left 4 runners on base combined in the first 2 innings, have the London Lady Pirates. And with that pitch and that strike called, it's going to be a 1-1 count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Richards is going to smack this one into left field, and that's going to be a stand-up double for her. And just outside of the glove reach of the left fielder. So the leadoff double here for Richards, going to put 1 on. And here's the pitch, you see it, and left fielder nearly gets to it, just a step too late there. So that's going to put a runner at second now. And coming to the plate is going to be number 4, Nora Garcia. So 1 out, nobody up here for Nora Garcia, who's 1 for 1 with a 2 RBI single. So here's the pitch from Vela, high outside for ball number 1. So this pitch high outside for strike number 1 on that high outside corner. 1-1 to count. And this one high outside for strike number 2. And the 1-2 pitch, and Garcia gained a piece of that one, fouling it off. Count going to stay 1-2. And Garcia sends this one over to the third baseman, who comes up to get it, and the first baseman can't complete the catch. So she's going to reach on an error and put runners at first and third. Will Garcia with no outs here, and Odem wanting to talk about it a little bit as they have another bad start to this inning. Had a rough first, and see this one here. Except for going foul, the third baseman comes up, makes the play, makes the throw, but the first baseman can't complete the catch there, and that's going to lead to Garcia being safe at first. So runners at the corner now, and due up next is going to be Maddie Bettis, who reached base on balls her first time up.
Number 3, retro, Maddie Bettis.
this pitch high outside for ball number 1, and the runner is going to move over to second. Put runners now at second and third for the Lady Pirates. This one fouled off. Gonna bring the count to 1-1. So the 1-2 pitch, and this one right up the middle, and it's going to be an RBI single for Maddie Pettis. And another runner in.
Number 10, left fielder, Lauren Sahadi.
Coming to the plate is going to be Lauren Sahadi. 1 for 1 with the single is Sahadi. Runners now at second and third, nobody out. And that one just right up the middle. And you see there at the end how Pettis able to slide into second there as the pitcher had her back turned. This first pitch comes in. Strike number 1. So runners now at second and third after Pettis able to come in and slide safely into second. And this pitch outside, and there's a swing for strike number 2. And swinging and missing is Sahadi. Reaching for that one a little bit there, and we have 1 down. And back to the top of the lineup there is Parker Roden. Roden 1 for 2 with a single. This is her 3rd appearance at the plate. Two on, 1 out. This pitch coming in on that outside corner for strike number 1. And this one fouled off past the visiting dugout, and that's going to be a 0-2. Count now, no balls, 2 strikes. And this pitch in this high inside corner for strike number 3. As Roden down looking as she sees that one just come across there.
Number 22, Corley Llewellyn.
2 down here as Corley Llewellyn comes up to the plate. Llewellyn 0 for 1 and hit by pitch in 2 appearances. Comes to the plate with 2 on, 2 down now. First pitch in for ball number 1. And Llewellyn gets a piece of this one, fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. This pitch coming in outside on that outside corner for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the 1-2 pitch on the way, and it's popped up, and the shortstop gets under it to make the 3rd out of the inning. So a little infield fly. 1 more runner comes in on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 2 left on base for the London Pirates in the bottom of the 3rd. We're through 3, heading to the top of the 4th. And due up for the Odem Lady Owls is going to be Gonzalez Chapa Moreno in the top of the 4th inning. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 4th inning, due up here for the Odem Lady Owls. It's going to be Maya Gonzalez leading things off. Mia Gonzalez. Excuse me.
Leading off for the Owls, number 13, catcher Maya Gonzalez.
And the first pitch comes in low and outside from Richards, and it's going to be a 1-0 count here. 1 ball, no strikes for Gonzalez. Count 1-0. This pitch comes in. Called ball number 2. So the count moves over, 2 balls, no strikes. For the leadoff batter here in the top of the 4th inning, Mia Gonzalez. This pitch low outside for ball number 3. And Gonzalez pops this one up over to right field for out number 1. And 1 down here. And coming up now is going to be Jenna Chapa. Pitch comes in for strike number 1. And swing and a miss there for strike number 2. And now the count moves 0-2 now for Jenna Chapa. And the 0-2 pitch on the way, this one low. For ball number 1. And the 1-2 pitch on the way, this one inside. Called ball 2. Count out even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a 2-2 pitch in, called ball 3. Gets away from the catcher a little bit, so full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. For Chapa. Full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2 pitch in, and this one fouled off behind Chapa. And the count moves 3-2, or stays 3-2, full count now. So they count 3-2, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And this one gonna be put in play over to the second baseman, who's gonna make the play there on the bouncer. And send it over to first base. Nice play there to complete the play, 4-3. And just doing whatever she needed to complete the play there. Basically hugging the ball. Handles it there, able to grasp it, and then gives a little toss. So now here comes number 16, Desiree Moreno, with 2 down here in the top of the 4th. And this is going to be A base hit, and he's going to roll into left field. Going to be a single here for Moreno. A little two-out single to get on base.
Number 7, Zoe Garcia.
And here comes Zoe Garcia. 0 for 1 with the strikeout is Garcia. So 1 on, 2 outs here. This first pitch in going to be called ball 1. And 1-0. This one going to be smacked. And a little hopper into left field, and it's going to be back-to-back singles here for Odem. And back-to-back hits going to put runners at first and second. And coming up to the plate now is going to be Clarissa Marroquin. Swing there and a miss. The pass ball. Runner's going to move over. Second and third. Or first and second. As the runners come back. So runners stay put. That was a swing. This riser there high, coming in for ball number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. For Marroquin. And this pitch, a hopper, and gets away from the catcher, and it's going to be ball number 2, and now the runner's scooting over to second and third. Now London wanting to have a meeting to talk to Michaela Richards. See if they can settle her down here a little bit. While they do that, we'll take a quick break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
You're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
And we're back. Richards in the circle here. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. Got the first 2 outs, but then allowed back-to-back singles, and now Marroquin ahead in the count, 2-1. Pitch on the way, high and inside for ball number 3. Three balls, 1 strike. And swing and a miss there for strike number 2 and brings the count full. And 3-2 pitch on the way. This one popped up. And the catcher. Heads to the net, but watches it fly over, and count going to remain 3-2. Full count here. This one high, and that riser swinging a miss. And now goes Model King, going to strand 2 batters on. So no runs on 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 2 left on base for Odem in the top of the 4th inning. And due up in the bottom of the inning for London, it's going to be Stomo, Salinas, McBride. 3, 4, 5 due up for London in the bottom of the 4th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Hi, my name is Angela Rodriguez, and I am one of the owners here at Main Street Boutique and Bistro. We heard about the rent subsidy grant, so we contacted Rebecca Castillo with the EDC, and she was very helpful. She told us, what we needed to do, the requirements, and helped us go through the application process.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 4th inning, due up is going to be Alexia Stomo.
Play for the Pirates, number 11, Lexi Stomo.
And they're into the bottom of the 4th inning. This first pitch coming in good for strike number 1. Count 0-1. This ball comes in a little outside, called ball 1. Evens up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Count even at 1. This pitch high outside for ball number 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss here for strike number 2. Evens up the count now at 2 for the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 4th, Alexia Stomo. And Stomo smacks it over to second baseman, who makes the throw for the 4-3 putout. And out number 1. So 1 down, and due up next is going to be number 8, Michaela Salinas. And Salinas gets a piece of this one and pops it up, and a nice play nearly made there. And that one was close. The second baseman nearly came up, make that play. And the second baseman just getting haul it in there. She made her way over to the foul line. So it's going to be a single for Salinas there. And call it fair. So it's going to be one on now.
Number 19, Katie McBride.
And coming to the plate is going to be number 19, Katie McBride. And this pitch comes in outside, called ball one. Pitch entering strike zone. Called strike number one. Count even at one. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out with 1 on in the bottom of the fourth. This pitch coming in outside again. This one called ball. 2-1 to count. I want to remind everybody watching, give this video a like, give it a share, whatever social media platform you're watching from. Let everybody know you're watching, pass the video along. For those who don't know, show them as this pitch fouled off. Count even 2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this pitch called strike 3. And 2 down.
Next is plate number 5, Michaela Richards.
And here comes the pitcher, Michaela Richards. This pitch coming in outside. So the count 1-0, 1 ball, no strikes. For Michaela Richards. The runner on first and 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Richards is going to pop this one up, and it's going to end up in the glove of the second baseman for the fly out. And out number 3. So no runs, 0-1 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 left on base. We're through 4, headed to the 5th inning. In the top of the 5th inning, due up for Odem. It's going to be Nicole Ortiz, Allison Ortiz, and Arabella Garza. 1, 2, 3, top of the lineup, due up for Odem in the top of the 5th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
There is a feeling you get when you walk onto a campus.
A sense of love, compassion, and dedication.
An environment that inspires each of our HCISD family members
to do their best and to be their best.
We ground our education on strong character, and together, we will always persist towards the future.
We are a district of choice.
A district of innovation.
And a district of excellence.
We are HCISD.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 5th inning. Here for Odem. Leading things off. Here's going to be top of the lineup. It's going to be Nicole Ortiz. So Ortiz 1 for 2. On the night. This pitch comes in inside for strike number 1. And Ortiz smacks that one off and foul for strike number 2. So the count 0-2 for a leadoff batter here in the top of the 5th, Nicole Ortiz. And the 0-2 pitch on the way here for Richards. And this pitch comes in low inside for ball number 1. One ball, 2 strikes here for Ortiz. And here's the 1-2 pitch from Richards. This one coming in down the middle low. 4 ball 2 evens the count up here at 2 balls, 2 strikes for Ortiz. And here's a 2-2 pitch on the way. Ortiz gets a piece of it and is going to foul it off right on top of the visiting dugout. And the count even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the count 2-2 here, and this one comes in a riser high for ball number 3. Count full here for Nicole Ortiz, the leadoff batter for Odem. Three-two pitch on the way, swing and a miss. They're going to call it foul. It looks like Ortiz got a piece of it. Count going to stay at 3-2. The 3-2 pitch on the way comes in for ball 4 and a walk.
Next to play for the Owls, number 4, Allison Ortiz.
There's a plate now. It's going to be number 4, Allison Ortiz. So Allison Ortiz, the last time she was up, she had a fly out, so 0 for 1. She reached on an error, and this pitch way high, and the runner is going to come across and over to second. So runner at second now, and the count 1-0. This pitch high and outside, called ball 2. Count moves over to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. So the pitch on the way. High swing there for strike number 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. And this one fouled off here by Ortiz. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And here's a 2-2 pitch on the way. This one outside high for ball number 3. Count moves even now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And this one, swing and a miss for strike number 3 and the first out. So 1 down, and coming to the plate is going to be Arabella Garza. Runner at second, 1 down here in the top of the 5th. Pitch comes in down the middle for strike number 1. So now the count 0-1 here for Garza. And Garza's going to foul this one off. Count going to move to 0-2. After that, foul ball. So the 0-2 pitch, this one comes in outside a little bit low for ball number 1. And swing and a miss here, and the catcher gets to throw over to first and avoiding a drop third strike there. So that's strikeout number 2 here of the inning, and 2 down. In the top of the 5th, and coming to the plate is going to be Maddie Vela. Vela 1 for 2 with a single. So runner now at third, 2 down. And this pitch comes in low. Ball number 1. So the count 1-0, and London coming out for a meeting and see if the Lady Pirates have to talk about here. As they mosey on into a quick meeting, let's take a quick break. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Hi.
And we're back, and Michaela Richards in the circle still. See if they calmed her down. She's behind the count 1-0 here. 1 ball, no strikes to Madison Vela. And this pitch in for a called strike. Count even at 1 here. 1 ball, 1 strike. So I pitch into the turf, and it's going to be ball number 2. And this pitch low inside. And the tempo of the game slowing down as the game goes on. About to hit that 2-hour point here, and we're in the top of the 5th. And this one, Vela is going to smack it over and bounce her into left field for an RBI single.
Next to play for the Owls, catcher number 13, Maya Gonzalez.
So our runner comes across and coming to the plate now. It's going to be number 13, Maya Gonzalez. This pitch low and outside. Ball number 1. Count 1-0 here for Mia Gonzalez. And a pitch on the way, low and outside for ball 2. So run at first, 2 outs, and this pitch comes in on the rise for ball number 3. Count 3-0 here for Gonzalez. And this is going to be a walk as Richards delivers 4 straight balls. So that's going to put 2 runners on now.
Third base person, number 6, Jenna Chapa.
And here comes Jenna Chapa. So Chapa up to the plate, 4-3 ground out. Last time she was up in the top of the 4th, and this one she's going to ground over, and the force out going to be at third for the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 run comes across for Odem.
So with inning 4 now, 1 run on 1 hit, 2 left on. No errors, charge 2. The Pirates, and we have for the Pirates.
So 1 run on 1 hit. There was no errors and there was 2 left on here. And we're headed to the bottom of the 5th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation for building some of the finest agents in the industry. I help to manage that process from day one. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business, then I would like to show you how I can help.
And he throws it down. See you later, touchdown.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Welcome back here to the bottom of the 5th inning, ladies and gentlemen. Due up for London is going to be Garcia, Pettis, Sahadi, 7-8-9 for the London Pirates as they lead 5-2 here in Game 1 of this best-of-3 by-district series.
Now play number 4, Nora Garcia.
So Garcia reached on an error last time, and before that with RBI. So 1 for 1, and he reached on an error and 2 RBI. First pitch comes in for ball number 1. Count this one ball 2. Count now 2-0 for the leadoff batter here for London, Nora Garcia, in the bottom of the 5th. And Garcia is going to get things going with a leadoff single. And now Garcia, 2 for 2, going to reach on an error.
Right fielder number 3, Maddie Pettis.
So Maddie Pettis now. Coming to the plate as Garcia moves over to second. So runners A runner now at second for London. Bettis an RBI single the last time she was up. Count 2-0 here as this pitch comes in. Called ball. This pitch comes in low outside for ball number 3. And the count 3-0, and this pitch comes in outside, and a runner going to get put on here via walk. So runners now at first and second. And here comes Sahadi now, and Sahadi 1 for 2 with the single. She comes to the plate with 2 on and no outs. Count 1-1 here. 1 ball, 1 strike for Lauren Sahadi. 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-1 pitch coming in high outside. For ball number 2. So 2-1, and a little bit of a meeting into the circle for Odem. There's been a base hit and a walk to start off the inning here, and it's a 2-1 count here for Sahadi. So let's see if they can calm Maddie Vela down a little bit. And 2-1 the count, and it's going to be in for strike 2. Sahadi goes for it. Count even at 2 now. Two-two pitch, and Sahadi puts it down over to the third baseman, who makes the throw, and she beats out the throw. That does Sahadi.
Next to the plate for the Pirates, shortstop number 20, Parker Roden.
So the first, Sahadi's safe on an error, and that's going to load the bases. And here comes to the top of the lineup, Parker Roden. This pitch comes in, low outside for ball number 1. And this one a little outside once again for ball number 2. The count 2-0, 2 balls, no strikes. For Parker Roden, the number 1 batter in the rotation. And pitch comes in, 3-0, 3 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. As Vela finds herself in a jam, this pitch going to be called ball 4 and a walk in. And Garcia crosses the plate to make it 6-2.
Number 22, Corley Llewellyn.
And here comes Corley Llewellyn. With the bases loaded, Llewellyn hits this one right to the pitcher. Hunter comes across with the blue, calls her out at home. So the base is still loaded as Llewellyn reaches on a fielder's choice. Let's go look at that replay here. So one down, and Stomo up to the plate. You can see the pitcher right here. And that was close. So Alexia Stomo at the plate, ahead of the count 1-0, bases loaded. And this pitch comes in high outside for strike number 1. Now we're going to replay again just so you guys can see the play made. Pitch outside, 2-1. And that was definitely a close call there at home. And a 2-1 pitch, and Stomo gets a piece of it, fouls it off, and the count now even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, and Stomo hits it right past the third baseman's glove. 1 run's gonna score, 2 runs, and a 2 RBI single here for Stomo. As Sahadi and Roden cross the plate, it's now a 8-2 lead. The runners at first and second. So here comes Salinas. And this first pitch comes in called strike 1. And another 3 runs in this inning for London. 4 in the first, 1 in the third, and another 3 here in the 5th. And Salinas pops this one up in the right field, and the catch is made, and the runners get back to their bases, and that's a fly out for out number 2.
First base person, number 19, Katie McBride.
So coming to the plate, number 19, McBride now. And this is a riser, and the runner's gonna move over to second and third on that pass ball. And the count 1-0. Runners at second and third now. This pitch high for ball 2. This pitch high and outside for ball number 3. So the count now to 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes for Katie McBride. McBride 0 for 1 and reached on an error in 1 appearance. And this pitch is high, and McBride going to get on a walk, and that's going to be bases loaded.
Number 5, Michaela Richards.
And here comes the pitcher, Michaela Richards. Bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Richards smacks that one into the netting. Fouls it off. Count 0-1. Pitch 0-1. This one coming in outside on that edge for strike number 2. So the count now 0-2 for Richards, and the base is loaded. And Richards right past the second baseman. 1 run comes in. And a little bit of a dead heat right now. And no decision can be made there. And just a lot of undecisiveness there. And a run's going to come in. An RBI single.
Number 4, Nora Garcia.
And just like a deer in headlights there was a rundown chance. 2 runners there, can't get on the bag at second, and London basically walks back to the bags there. And here's all the commotion. There was runners there at second, and the catcher just can't decide, and she stays there and just watches as the other 2 return to the bags, makes the throw over to first, but by that time, the runner's back on, and another run comes in, and what is going to be labeled an RBI single. Bases loaded, 2 outs here. And here comes Garcia, and Garcia's been good from the plate. Led off here with the single. In this inning. She's 1 for 2, got on an error. 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs, and she has bases loaded here with 2. And this pitch comes in outside for ball number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 out, and the base is loaded. And this pitch way outside, called ball number 2. And big opportunity, golden opportunity for Odem to get out of that inning there. Just a lot of undecisiveness there from the catcher. And now London, the bases juiced up, the count 2-1, and Garcia pops this one up, and it's gonna fall into the glove of the second baseman. Nice play there. And runners left on.
Summary of inning 4. The Pirates, 4 runs with 3 hits, 2 left on, 1 error, charge 2. The Owls, coming up for the Owls, Moreno, Garcia.
So 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 3 left on base. That is the second time the London Pirates leave bases loaded. 10 batters left on base throughout the game for the London Pirates, and they lead 9-2. And we are through 5. We're headed to the 6th inning. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 6th inning, leading off for Odem is going to be number 16, Moreno. His first pitch in for a ball.
Plate number 16, Des Moreno.
Desiree Moreno. Count 1-0 here. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's 1-0 pitch, and this one right past the glove of the third baseman, and a leadoff single here for Moreno. And 1 on here in the top of the 6th inning.
Number 7, Zoe Garcia.
So runner on, and that's going to give way to number 7, Zoe Garcia. With the runner on, and Odem facing a 7-run deficit here in the top of the 6th inning. London brings in 4 more runs, their second 4-run inning of the night. 4 in the first and 4 in the 5th, and 1 run sandwiched in there in the 3rd inning, as this ball is going to be fouled off. So count now on 1 for Zoe Garcia. Garcia 1 for 2 with the single. The last time she came up to the plate, and she's going to smack this one out into the outfield. The outfielder comes over, makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 down and a runner at first. Coming to the plate is going to be number 25. Or actually, we're going to get a substitution here.
Number 17, Gabby Cruz.
And it's going to be Gabby Cruz making her first appearance. One down and a runner at first here in the top of the 6th inning. And this pitch comes in. into the turf once again. One of those long grinded out games. We're about 2 hours, 20 minutes into the broadcast, and while the game goes on and gets longer, tempo starts to slow down as this pitch comes in and a high swing there for strike number 1 for Gabby Cruz. Against Richards, who's had a couple of long innings here, faced 5 batters in the top of the 4th and 6 batters in the top of the 5th. Count 1-1 there, and that pitch comes in up the middle on the riser for strike number 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and a runner at first for Gabby Cruz. And the 1-2 pitch on the way from Richards. This pitch a little low. Called ball 2, and the count even at 2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out and a runner at first here for Gabby Cruz. And this pitch inside. Called strike 3, and Cruz goes down looking, and that's going to be the second out here. So 2 down. And back to the top of the lineup. It's going to be Nicole Ortiz. Ortiz reached on a walk the last time. So she's 1 for 2 with the walk. In 3 appearances, and this pitch comes in good for ball 1. This one a little low. The count moves 2-0. Two balls, no strikes for Ortiz, and the pitch comes in, and Ortiz is going to pop this one up, and the right fielder able to get under it for the fly out and out number 3. So no runs on 1 hit, there was no errors, and there was 1 left on base in the top of the 6th for the Odem Lady Owls. And coming to the plate for London in the bottom of the 6th inning, it's going to be Perez Sahadi, and top of the lineup, Rodin. 8-9-1 due up for London in the bottom of the 6th. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back after this.
You're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibadas, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And coming to the plate is going to be Maddie Bettis. First pitch comes in, call ball 1-0 the count here for Maddie Bettis, bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 9-2 lead for London. And this pitch coming in outside for ball 2. So the count moves to 2-0, 2 balls, no strikes. Here for Bettis, the leadoff batter in the bottom of the 6th inning. And this pitch outside, getting that corner for strike number 1. Two balls, 1 strike here for Bettis, who's going to smack this one off and send it foul. To deep left there. Count evens up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count now goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. For Bettis as she leads things off here in the bottom of the 6th. And a 3-2 pitch on the way for Vela. And Bettis is gonna send it up high, an infield fly here. A nice catch there made by the shortstop for out number 1.
The fielder, number 10, Lauren Sahadi.
So here comes Sahadi now. With a 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Sahadi, the last time she was at the plate, she reached on an error. This pitch high outside for strike 1. That's going to be strike 2 there as Sahadi approaches there. And Sahadi behind in the count 0-2. And Sahadi fouls that one off. Sahadi's going to foul this one off. Past the home dugout and way out there. Count going to stay at 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch coming in outside, a little low for ball number 1. This one coming in low and outside once again. Even up the count at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Overall for London, 9 runs coming in on 11 hits. Sahadi sends a bouncer past the third base. And that's going to be a single for her. And it's going to put a runner on.
Number 20, Parker Roden.
And here comes Parker Roden. Roden reached on a walk, scoring a run. count 1-0, and here base runner moves over to second. And pitch comes in high, and it's 3 balls, no strikes here. And this one inside high for strike number 1. And that's going to be a walk, and the runner's going to move over to third, so now runner's going to hit the corners now.
22, Corley Llewellyn.
And here comes Corley Llewellyn. And this one going to be sent foul. Count 0-1 here for Corley Llewellyn. Reached on a fielder's choice last time on a Odem defensive play where they threw the runner out at home. And Llewellyn's gonna foul this one off towards third base. Count moved 0-2. And that's going to be strike 3, and down goes Llewellyn. Two down.
Number 11, Alexi Stommel.
And here comes Alexia Stommel. So runners now at second and third. And this is going to be strike number 1. Last time Stommel was at the plate, 2 RBI single to bring in Roden and Sahadi. So 1 ball, 1 strike here for Stommel. Runners at second and third for her. And Stommel sends this one over to the third baseman, and that's going to be a run coming in, and Stommel's going to be safe. And Sahadi crosses the plate once again.
Next is plate number 8, catcher KK Salinas.
So that makes it 10-2 after the error at third allows the runner to come in. Now runner's at the corner, and Salinas is going to send it to deep center. And a 2 RBI double. And that's going to do it here, ladies and gentlemen. To deep center field. And a couple of runners going to come in and walk-off fashion. London.
That's a ball game, folks. That's on the board. Thank you, folks, for coming. Please have a safe trip home. We'll see you back tomorrow.
And Salinas, those were RBIs 3 and 4 for her. Good night at the plate. She had a 2 RBI single. 2 RBI single in the bottom of the first, and here in the bottom of the sixth, a 2 RBI double. So we'll name her our player of the game as she ends the game here for the London Pirates, who win it 12-2 in 6 innings. And that's going to do it here. 5 errors for the Odem Lady Owls here on the night. London left a few runners on base, I think into double digits, but you look past that, they hit the ball really well. 13 hits, 12 runs, only 1 error on the defense, and 4 scoreless innings thrown by their pitcher, Michaela Richards. So that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for following us. Go follow and watching here tonight. Go follow us on all our social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and wherever you guys do social medias, that Real Sports Live, RIOSportsLive.com. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, London, the winners here, 12-2, and take a 1-0 lead here in the